Ever wonder why time slips through your fingers, leaving you chasing moments you'll never catch? Life's chaos, endless notifications, packed schedules, fleeting days, can feel like a storm tearing at your soul. But what if you could wield time like a blade, cutting through distractions to live with purpose? This script unveils a Stoic roadmap, blending ancient wisdom with modern grit, to transform how you navigate your days. From Seneca's urgency to Marcus Aurelius's clarity, you'll discover tools to master impermanence, control, and purpose. Embrace this journey, start today, and join a community of deliberate livers, because every second you claim shapes a life that echoes beyond the stars. 1. Accepting impermanence. The Stoics saw life as a fleeting spark in the cosmic fire, a truth that sharpens our focus like a blade. Seneca's call to live each day as a complete life isn't a grim warning, it's a battle cry to seize what's vital. Compare this to the Buddhist notion of anicca, the impermanence that pulses through all things. Where Stoicism urges us to act with purpose in the face of life's brevity, Buddhism asks us to release attachment to what fades. Both philosophies converge on a single truth: clinging to the ephemeral is a recipe for suffering. But here's the twist: while the Stoic grips the reins of their will to shape their response, the Buddhist lets go, finding peace in the flow. Which path resonates with you, the warrior's discipline or the sage's surrender? Picture Marcus Aurelius, emperor and Stoic, scribbling in his tent by candlelight. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. His words cut through the noise of war and empire, reminding us that control lies within. Now contrast this with Nietzsche's bold declaration: that which does not kill us makes us stronger. The Stoic builds an inner fortress to weather life's storms. Nietzsche demands we dance in the chaos, forging resilience through struggle. Ask yourself, when life throws you a curveball, do you fortify your mind or embrace the fray? Let's ground this in action. The Stoic practice of memento mori, meditating on mortality, isn't about dwelling in darkness but igniting urgency. Imagine Elon Musk's relentless drive, his mantra of work like hell, to bend the future. He's not a Stoic, but his obsession with time's scarcity mirrors Seneca's urgency. Now apply this to your life. Grab a notebook and try the daily impermanence review. Write, if today were my last, what must I do? Pinpoint 3 tasks tied to your deepest values. Maybe a call to a friend, a step toward a dream, or a moment of gratitude. Schedule them like they're sacred. As General Patton once roared, a good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. Why wait when time is slipping like sand through your fingers? But let's pivot to another lens. The existentialists like Sartre who insist we create meaning in a world without guarantees. Stoicism hands you a framework, virtue, reason, discipline, to navigate impermanence. Existentialism throws you into the void and says, build your own. Both demand responsibility, but the Stoic anchors in universal principles, while the existentialist carves a personal path. Which sparks more fire in you, the steady compass of virtue or the wild freedom to define your purpose? Here's a metaphor to chew on. Life is a river and you're in a boat. The Stoic rows with steady strokes, eyes fixed on the horizon, accepting the current's pull but steering with intent. The Taoist, like Laozi, drifts with the flow, trusting the river's wisdom. The Stoic asks, how can I act with courage? The Taoist whispers, how can I align with the way? Reflect. Are you fighting the current or learning its rhythm? Now let's stir the pot with a question that stings. What are you avoiding because you think you have tomorrow? The Stoic doesn't just ponder, they act. Epictetus said, you are a little soul carrying around a corpse. Brutal, right? But it's a wake-up call. Compare this to modern philosopher Alain de Botton's gentler nudge. We must live in the present, for the future is a dream and the past a fiction. Both push you to strip away excuses. So, what's one thing you'd do today if you knew tomorrow wasn't promised? Write it down. Do it. As Steve Jobs once said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. This isn't about fear, it's about clarity. The Stoic's lens of impermanence slices through the fog of distraction, like a lighthouse cutting through a storm. By embracing life's transience, you don't just manage time, you wield it. Whether you draw from Marcus's resolve, Nietzsche's defiance, or Laozi's flow, the question remains, how will you make today matter? 2. Controlling what you can. The Stoic's secret weapon is the dichotomy of control, a razor-sharp principle from Epictetus that slices through life's chaos. Some things are up to us and some are not. In the whirlwind of deadlines, demands, and distractions, this is your anchor. You can't tame the storm, traffic jams, a colleague's snark, or a crashing server, but you can steer your ship, your choices, your focus, your grit. Compare this to the Zen Buddhist's call to dwell in the present moment. Where the Stoic stands firm, choosing their response with iron will, Zen invites you to observe the chaos without being swept away, like a lotus untouched by muddy waters. Which do you lean toward, the Stoic's deliberate grip or the Zen master's gentle release? Imagine General Eisenhower, plotting D-Day amidst uncertainty. He said, "Plans are worthless, but planning is everything." The Stoic in him knew he couldn't control the weather or the enemy, but he could control preparation, strategy, resolve. Now picture your own battlefield, a flooded inbox, a looming deadline. The dichotomy of control asks, what's in your power right now? Maybe it's outlining a report or taking 10 minutes to breathe and refocus. Do that. Let the rest fall away. As Oprah Winfrey puts it, you become what you believe. Believe you control your response and you'll carve clarity from chaos. Let's make this practical with a Stoic hack, the control-focused block. Slice your day into 90-minute chunks, each dedicated to one task you can control. Before you start, whisper Epictetus's words like a mantra, "This is my choice." Set a timer, 25 minutes of laser focus, 5-minute reset. This isn't just Pomodoro, it's Pomodoro with a Stoic edge, grounding you in what's yours to command. Contrast this with the Taoist approach of Wu Wei or effortless action. The Stoic powers through with discipline. The Taoist flows like water, finding the path of least resistance. Ask yourself, are you a warrior carving your path or a river shaping the stone? Now let's jolt you with a question. What's one thing you're stressing over that you can't control? Write it down. Cross it out. It's not your burden. Epictetus would nod approvingly, but let's weave in a modern Stoic, Ryan Holiday, who says, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. His words echo Seneca's warning, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Stop imagining disasters. Act on what's in front of you. Here's a metaphor to spark your imagination. Life's a poker game. The cards you're dealt, external events, are out of your hands. But how you play them, that's your call. The Stoic bets on reason and virtue, folding the stress of what they can't change. The existentialist, like Camus, might say, there is no fate that cannot be surmounted by scorn. They defy the absurd with rebellion. Both philosophies empower you, but the Stoic builds a system, while the existentialist crafts a stance. Which fuels you more, the system or the defiance? Let's push deeper. When chaos hits, try the pause and pivot. Stop. Breathe. Ask, what can I do right now to move forward? Maybe it's one email, one sentence, one choice. Do it with the intensity of Alexander the Great cutting the Gordian knot, decisive, unapologetic. As Elon Musk says, if something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. The Stoic doesn't wait for perfect conditions, they act where they stand. This approach isn't about ignoring the world's noise, it's about rising above it. The dichotomy of control transforms you from a pawn to a player. So, what's one task you can own today no matter the chaos? Claim it. As Plato mused, we are twice armed if we fight with faith. Arm yourself with focus and watch the world bend to your will. 3. Aligning actions with purpose. Marcus Aurelius's words burn like a torch in the dark. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. For the Stoic, every moment is a chance to align action with purpose, to sculpt a life of virtue over chaos. Time isn't just a resource, it's the canvas of your soul. This isn't about cramming more tasks into your day, it's about ensuring every task reflects who you are and what you stand for. Contrast this with Aristotle's eudaimonia, the pursuit of flourishing through a life well lived. Where Stoicism demands disciplined alignment with universal virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, Aristotle invites you to craft a personal vision of the good life. So, what's your North Star? The Stoics' universal code or Aristotle's bespoke blueprint? Imagine saying no to a shiny opportunity that doesn't fit your core values. It's like pruning a tree, painful but vital for growth. Take Beyoncé's fierce clarity, I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I only have to follow my heart. She guards her time like a Stoic guards their principles. Now picture yourself in a similar spot. A friend pitches a can't-miss project, but it pulls you from your family or your passion. Channel Seneca, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Ask yourself, does this serve my purpose or is it just noise? Saying no isn't weakness, it's power. Here's a Stoic tool to sharpen your focus, the purpose audit. Every Sunday, grab your calendar and interrogate it like a Roman general reviewing troops. For each task, ask, did this move me closer to my values? Did it honor my goals? If it didn't, slash it from your future. Be merciless, like General Sherman marching to the sea, cut what doesn't serve the mission. Compare this to the minimalist philosophy of Marie Kondo, keep only what sparks joy. The Stoic audits for purpose, Kondo audits for joy. Which lens feels sharper, the Stoic's razor of virtue or Kondo's spark of delight? Let's paint a picture. Your life is a mosaic and every task is a tile. The Stoic carefully places each piece to form a coherent image of virtue. The Epicurean, on the other hand, selects tiles for pleasure, seeking a life of moderated joy. Both aim for harmony, but the Stoic's mosaic is etched in duty, the Epicurean's in delight. Reflect. Are you building a monument to duty or a garden of joy? To make this visual, try a Stoic-inspired hack. Color code your calendar. Green for high-purpose tasks, family, creative work, growth. Yellow for necessities, bills, errands. Red for distractions, endless meetings, doom scrolling. Each week, shrink the red, grow the green. It's not just organization, it's a declaration of who you are. Now, a question to rattle you. What are you saying yes to that's betraying your values? It's a gut punch, but Stoicism thrives on hard truths. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, taught that virtue is the only good, everything else is secondary. Compare this to modern philosopher Peter Singer's utilitarianism, which measures actions by their impact on collective well-being. The Stoic asks, does this align with my virtue? Singer asks, does this maximize good for all? Both demand intentionality, but one's personal, the other universal. Which pulls you harder, your inner compass or the world's greater good? Let's weave in a modern voice. Tim Ferriss, who preaches, being busy is a form of laziness, lazy thinking and indiscriminate action. Like a Stoic, he urges ruthless prioritization. When you align your actions with purpose, you're not just managing time, you're crafting a legacy. Picture Joan of Arc, driven by her divine mission, unwavering even in the face of fire. Her life screams, purpose trumps distraction. So what's one task you can cut today to honor your deeper calling? Do it. As Plato warned, the unexamined life is not worth living. Examine yours. Align it. Live it. 4. Overcoming common time management challenges. Stoicism arms you with a shield and sword against the chaos of time management, procrastination, overcommitment, burnout. These aren't just hurdles, they're tests of your inner strength. Seneca's warning cuts deep. You live as if you were destined to live forever. The Stoic faces these challenges head-on, forging discipline where others falter. Compare this to the Confucian emphasis on ritual propriety, where structured habits create harmony. The Stoic battles internal chaos with reason. Confucius builds external order through routine. Which speaks to you, the Stoic's inner forge or the Confucian's disciplined dance? Let's start with procrastination, that thief of time cloaked in fear. Picture yourself frozen before a blank page as Alex was. Seneca's words sting, life is of short duration, it is made shorter by our neglect. The Stoic antidote? The 2-minute rule. Take one small step, write a single sentence, send one email. It's like lighting a match in a dark room. The tiniest spark ignites momentum. Contrast this with the modern wisdom of James Clear. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. The Stoic roots action in virtue. Clear ties it to habit. Ask yourself, what's one tiny step you're avoiding right now? Take it. No. Overcommitment is a trap, piling your plate until it cracks. Epictetus would scoff. First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Enter strategic refusal. Before agreeing to anything, pause and interrogate. Does this serve my purpose? Can I deliver without breaking? If the answer's no, decline with grace. Think of General Colin Powell's decisiveness. Great leaders are almost always great simplifiers. Saying no isn't failure, it's focus. Now compare this to the Buddhist principle of detachment. The Stoic refuses to protect their purpose. The Buddhist lets go to avoid entanglement. Which feels truer, guarding your path or releasing the burden? Burnout is the silent assassin, creeping in when you overstretch. Marcus Aurelius knew the cure. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Practice Stoic rest. Carve out 10 minutes daily to step back, breathe, reflect. It's not laziness, it's recharging your will. Picture Winston Churchill, napping amid World War II's chaos to stay sharp. Now contrast with the Taoist concept of Ziren, natural spontaneity. The Stoic schedules rest to maintain control. The Taoist rests by flowing with life's rhythm. Reflect. When did you last pause to reclaim your clarity? Schedule it today. Here's a metaphor to spark your imagination. Life's a battlefield and time management challenges are ambushes. Procrastination is a fog obscuring your path. Overcommitment, a barrage of arrows. Burnout, a slow poison. The Stoic, like a seasoned general, counters each with precision, striking with the 2-minute rule, dodging with strategic refusal, healing with stoic rest. The existentialist, like Sartre, might say, freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. They embrace the struggle to define themselves. Which mindset fuels you? The Stoic's tactical defense or the existentialist's defiant creation? Now, a question to jolt you. What's draining your energy because you're too scared to say no? Face it like a Stoic, unflinching, deliberate. Modern Stoic Ryan Holiday nails it. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And let's weave in history's fire, Cleopatra, navigating empires with ruthless prioritization. She didn't waste time on lesser games. So, pick one challenge, procrastination, overcommitment, burnout, and apply its Stoic tool today. As Socrates declared, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. Know your limits, wield your tools, and turn obstacles into stepping stones. 5. Putting it all together. The Stoic time management plan is a forge where raw hours are hammered into a life of purpose. It weaves 3 threads, impermanence, control, and alignment, into a tapestry of intentional living. Seneca's charge, begin at once to live, isn't a suggestion, it's a command to wield time like a sculptor's chisel. Compare this to the pragmatism of Benjamin Franklin, who meticulously planned his days to cultivate virtues. The Stoic grounds their plan in cosmic truths. Franklin roots his in practical excellence. Which drives you more, the Stoic's eternal perspective or Franklin's grounded ambition? Start with the daily impermanence review. Each morning, confront life's brevity. Ask, if this were my last day, what matters most? List 3 tasks that honor your core, maybe a workout, a kind word, a bold step toward a dream. This isn't morbid, it's electrifying like General Patton's roar. Success is how high you bounce when you hit bottom. Now, anchor your day with control-focused blocks. Dedicate 90-minute chunks to tasks within your power, shutting out the world's noise. Epictetus's wisdom guides you. Freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of desires, but by the removal of desire. Contrast this with the agile philosophy of iterative sprints. Both demand focus, but the Stoic centers on inner mastery while agile optimizes output. Ask, are you taming your mind or chasing efficiency? Finally, seal it with the purpose audit. Weekly, dissect your calendar. Did my actions reflect my values? Trim what doesn't fit like a gardener pruning dead branches. Marcus Aurelius's clarity shines. Everything, a horse, a vine, is created for some duty. Your duty? To live deliberately. Compare this to the existentialist Simone de Beauvoir, who insisted, one's life has value so long as one attributes value to it. The Stoic aligns with universal virtue. Beauvoir demands you define your own. Which pulls you? The Stoic's disciplined duty or the existentialist's crafted meaning? Picture your day as a ship navigating stormy seas. The daily impermanence review sets your course, the control-focused blocks steady your helm, and the purpose audit charts your progress. Without them you're adrift. Modern Stoic Tim Ferriss echoes this. Focus on being productive instead of busy. His approach mirrors the Stoic's ruthless prioritization. Now let's stir your soul. What's one habit you're clinging to that's sinking your ship? Drop it. Act like Cleopatra, who bet empires on bold decisions. Here's how it looks in action. Mornings for reflection and 3 must-do tasks. Midday for deep work and focused blocks. Evenings for connection and auditing your alignment. Tailor it. Maybe you thrive at dawn or juggle a chaotic schedule. Consistency, not perfection, is the Stoic's aim. As Angela Duckworth, Grit's champion, says, enthusiasm is common. Endurance is rare. Compare this to the Buddhist Sila, moral discipline as a path to liberation. The Stoic builds a system for virtue. The Buddhist weaves virtue into every step. Reflect. Are you crafting a system or living your values moment by moment? This plan isn't a cage, it's a catapult. It launches you toward a life where every second pulses with intention. So, what's one small tweak you can make today to align your time with your soul? Do it. As Socrates thundered, an unexamined life is not worth living. Examine yours. Shape it. Live it. Time is your battlefield and Stoicism is your weapon. Embrace impermanence, seize control, align with purpose. Don't just manage your hours, master them. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do what you must do." So start now, pick one Stoic tool, daily impermanence review, control focus blocks, or purpose audit, and make it yours today. Your life's too short for anything less. Join us on this journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to keep leveling up with Stoic wisdom. Let's live deliberately together.